This is probably my favorite Joe Biden moment from his presidency thus far. And it came during yesterday's White House event where outdoors at the White House, Joe Biden announced the CDC has new guidelines. We have been vaccinating enough and the vaccines are so effective that masking outdoors is no longer necessary for vaccinated people in most situations. This was a great announcement. This was really a sign of progress. And Joe Biden did walk out to that event wearing his mask. He took it off to speak. And he announced masks are no longer necessary outdoors for vaccinated people. He was a vaccinated person outdoors taking off his mask. And Peter Alexander from NBC News was just desperate. You could see desperate to generate controversy. I've talked before about how in the absence of real scandals, the likes of which we saw during the Trump administration, under Biden, reporters, even reporters that generally are just asking good questions, they are just beside themselves to figure out some controversy, some gotcha against Joe Biden. So Peter Alexander from NBC News, eager to ask a question about Joe Biden's mask. Joe Biden first putting on his sunglasses, not his mask, and saying he will take a couple of questions one at a time.
One at a time.
So then here is the question from Peter Alexander. Sir, you came out with a mask, but you're saying masks aren't necessary. Explain that. Isn't that a double standard? Isn't it? Why would you wear the mask if the announcement is that they're not necessary? Here is Joe Biden's answer.
And you chose to wear a mask, sir. You chose to wear a mask. You chose to wear a mask as you walked out here. What message were you sending by wearing a mask outside alone?
By watching me take it off and not put it back on till I get inside.
Do you have any
This is just hilarious. I mean, well, when I came out with the mask, I hadn't yet announced the new mask guidelines. I took the mask off and announced them, and now I'm not putting the mask back on because I've explained why to the American people. It's just so petty and so embarrassing. And then Fox News reported on the question being asked, like asking Biden about this and noticing his mask is some kind of hypocrisy. This is now Fox News after the event saying, oh, yeah, lots of people were noticing that.
But he didn't do that. He walked from the White House alone wearing the mask to the podium. And of course, it was something we noticed right away. And now, of course, you look at your social media and it's what everyone's talking about.
Just overjoyed they are over at Fox News about Peter Alexander, a reporter from another network, just kind of being made a fool of, just having a they really got him there, didn't they? And the other thing is that even the framing of all this is wrong. The lower third on Fox News during that clip was Biden relaxes outdoor mask guidelines. Biden has done nothing. The CDC has relaxed outdoor mask guidelines, and Joe Biden listens to the public health experts. This is not a trivial difference between the Trump administration and the Biden administration. Trump would often come up with his own ideas that had nothing to do with public health official guidance on masking, on maybe injecting bleach, on would a flu vaccine deal with coronavirus? Remember that beauty towards the beginning of the pandemic, and on and on and on. Biden has done nothing. Biden has just announced, hey, great news. Because of what we've all been doing together, vaccinating ourselves and so on, the CDC has now been able to announce this, and I'm glad to let you know that this is what they've decided. The whole framing is off. The forced laughter in the clip is deeply bizarre. Everything about this is strange and pathetic. Now, the other totally hypocritical and transparent thing is, all this time, they've been saying, don't make me wear a mask, which really they should be saying to their governors, not Biden. Remember, Joe Biden passed a federal mask mandate in the sense that it applies to federal buildings and federal employees and so on and so forth. Governors at the state level decide on state level mask mandates. The CDC makes recommendations. Joe Biden can amplify those recommendations, but it's really governors. But you've got these people who've been saying, do not make me wear a mask. Now that Joe Biden says, hey, great news, the CDC is now okay with no more masks outside for vaccinated people in most situations. They're still not happy. Now the problem is, well, why did Biden wear his mask on his way out to say this? The last guy wondered aloud about injecting or drinking bleach, and they're making fun of Joe Biden for wearing his mask to a mask-related announcement. As I've been saying for weeks now, When these are the controversies, when this is what Fox News is focused on, Joe Biden is probably on the right track in terms of just keeping his head down and doing things and avoiding scandals. Do we want him doing more things? Of course. Do we think everything he's doing is perfect? No, of course not. But when the scandals are so pathetic, fake news about meat eating and plant-based beer, on and on, Jill Biden and Joe Biden's relationship is stage managed, whatever. When those are the scandals, he's avoiding real scandals, that's for sure. We will have more on the new mask guidelines. And again, there are people in the audience that are mad about the new mask guidelines. They seem eminently reasonable, and they aren't that you can't wear a mask. If you aren't vaccinated, the guidelines are still wear a mask outdoors. And even if you are and you just want to wear a mask, you can. It's sort of like my example from the Tucker episode. If you want to wear a winter hat in the middle of summer, go ahead and do it. I think that these are eminently reasonable new guidelines, and that they will hopefully encourage some more people to get vaccinated. We'll have reaction from you on our Instagram account. Follow the David Pakman Show on Instagram at David Pakman Show. We'll take a quick break. The Joe Rogan anti-vaccine claims coming up next. One of our sponsors today is Nebbia, the creator of the world's most innovative shower head. It uses only about half the water that other shower heads do, saving you money, helping the environment, but it's actually a lot more powerful than other shower heads on the market. It has twice the coverage of other shower heads. The water sprays with a ton of pressure. I've been using it in my bathroom at home. I love it. Only took a few minutes to set up, really easy, and it's been a totally different experience than any other shower head I've used. I can get in and out of the shower way quicker now because of how powerful it is. It only takes a few seconds to get completely rinsed off. So I was actually amazed that it's only using about half as much water. Nebbia also offers a number of shower accessories like shelves and curtains, which match perfectly with the design of the shower head. The shower head starts at just $199, but the first 100 people who go to Nebbia.com/Pakman and use code Pakman will get 15% off all Nebbia products. The link is underneath this video.